Dear little V, if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, I want you to know you are not alone. Do you know how many people are probably feeling the way you do right now? I've been there. I know you're feeling like everything is on your shoulders, like there's too much to do, too much to figure out, too much you're trying to hold together. It feels heavy, doesn't it? But here's the truth. You've only got 2 hands, 1 heart, and 1 mind, my girl. And you weren't given them to carry it all at once. You don't have to do it all right now. And you don't have to have it all figured out right now. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to stop. Take a breath, stop spinning your wheels for a moment, and just breathe and be. I'm not saying forever. I'm saying right now. Forever is a long time, honey. Give yourself a moment, just a moment. Because when you're caught in this tornado of overwhelm, the answer is not to cause yourself to suffer more, as we all do so often. It's to take 1 step at a time. Now I know that sounds counterintuitive. I know you feel like if you let go and slow down for even just a minute, everything's gonna fall apart, right? I used to be a control freak. I used to want to control every little thing, and it just drove me crazy. But girlfriend, let me ask you something. What exactly are you pouring from if your cup isn't full enough? You cannot solve anything or show up fully for the things that matter if you're running on fumes, if you're running in the negative. Now, giving yourself the space to breathe, to recalibrate, taking care of yourself, that is not weakness. That's wisdom. Here's something I want you to sit with. Overwhelm doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from thinking you have to do it all at once. You look at the mountain ahead of you and it feels impossible to climb. But honey, you don't have to climb the whole thing today. You have to just take 1 step, and then another, and then another. Little by little, step by step, you will get there. Don't give up, keep going, but take it 1 step at a time. And if that makes you itchy, thinking about slowing down, taking 1 step at a time, well, that's the problem. You are addicted to the chaos. You're addicted to the drama. I hate to break it to you. So let's talk about what you can do when overwhelm hits you. First, I want you to stop and ask yourself, what's really important right now? Not what feels urgent, not what's shouting the loudest for your attention, but what truly matters. There's a difference between urgency and importance. What's the one thing you can do today or right now that will make you feel a little lighter, a little more in control? Focus on that. Let the rest wait. The world won't stop spinning if you don't check every box today. It'll still be there for you tomorrow. Next, I want you to remember this. You need to ask for help when you need it. I know it's not in your nature. I know it's not who you think you are. But just because you're not comfortable with it doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you. You don't have to do everything alone. Let people support you. Delegate what you can. Say no to what you can't take on. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's necessary. And honey, you've got to protect your energy and your sanity. It's the only way to move through life. And finally, I want you to give yourself some grace. I know. You've heard that too. You might be rolling your eyes. Give yourself grace, people always say. But if you don't know what that means yet, it means you're still okay with being unkind to yourself. It's okay to take a break, to let yourself off the hook, to do the best you can, then let it go for today. Overwhelm doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. You have feelings and you care. It means you're trying. It means you've got a lot on your plate because you're building a big, beautiful, meaningful life. But that life, it has no real meaning unless you can slow down to remember what matters. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be packed to the brim with accomplishments and check marks. Sometimes it's about the quiet moments, the breaths in between the chaos. That's where peace lives. That's where joy lives. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, I want you to pause, Take a breath. Look at everything you're carrying and ask yourself, what can I let go of for now? And what feels most important in this moment? Give yourself permission to rest, to breathe, to take it one step at a time. Because you've got this, my girl. You always have. And even on the days when it feels like too much, you're still showing up. You're still trying. And that is more than enough. You've got this, one step at a time. Until the next letter, with all my love, V.